This is already chaotic, just how I like Sutton. All right, are we rolling?
Yeah.
Now we will be normal.
Okay, so Sutton, we were just laughing for a long time because I just love when you're here. It's chaos, and it's exactly what I need on my Monday morning. Or it's not even Monday, it's Tuesday.
Lauren.
Okay.
Okay.
How are we feeling? How are you doing?
I'm doing really well.
Yeah?
I'm doing great. Yeah, it's been, an interesting season.
Yeah.
And I think an interesting year in general for me. And I have my son home. My middle son is home with me for spring break.
Fun.
So that's always nice.
It's a break from the empty nester life.
Yeah, it's from the empty nester life. And my business is going well. So I feel really good.
Okay, and are we feeling good about this season, watching it back?
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
It's different for me not to be, the one that's causing all the problems.
Did you go into this season thinking, okay, I am not going to get involved in the drama. Maybe I'll have a little bit of a calmer season, or it just happened?
No, I didn't. I don't go into any season thinking this is my game plan.
Right.
Maybe I should have in the past. But no, I just I had my reset button. And I knew how I was changing just in my interreaction with people. So it didn't matter if it was a cast member or just a friend or a family member. I had really kind of reset that button within myself. So I just extended it when we had cameras around. And, just kind of hoped that the women would be open to that.
And were they open to it? Seems like it.
I think they were. And I think that, there were some that were more reluctant. Dorit being the first to kind of say, I don't know if I trust you. And that's fair, whatever. I don't know if I trust you either.
Right.
But let's at least have our line of communication open. And then I had some big surprises this season with friendships. So I thought, all in all, I've watched it back and thought, yeah, this is good.
Yeah. It's a different Sutton. I know a lot of fans are saying it's a different Sutton.
Right. And I think it's interesting because it's not different. It might just be better. We can all evolve as people. And, we caught me 6 years ago in a very different place, and a lot has changed. And my life in that place when we started was pretty scary. So I was different. So my evolution has come through all of that. So maybe I'm different. Maybe I'm the same. Maybe I'm better. Maybe I've gone back to who I once was a long time ago. Whatever it is, I think it's better.
How would you describe your life right now?
It's just a different era for me. And instead of being fearful of that era, which I was kind of feeling, I'm really embracing it and loving it. So it feels good. And this show has really helped me evaluate my life, evaluate things that needed to change. And that's why I always love Bravo. I'm always like, thank you for the opportunities that I've been given. And I mean that sincerely.
What was the biggest thing that you needed to change?
I think listening was one of my biggest things, and not being so reactive.
Right.
And not looking for the worst in people, like somebody was out to get me. I really think I was always ready for that. And now I just don't look for that anymore. I think I've really let my guard down in a good way. I told somebody one time that I've been told that I used to wear a kangaroo suit. So I always have like boxing gloves on, and I was like always bouncing and ready to fight. And I have since retired my kangaroo suit. Because I'm tired of fighting. I'm just tired of fighting. And I think there's better ways to express my opinion about something without putting boxing gloves on.
Okay.
I think that's a big change.
That's a big change.
Yeah.
I also just feel the zen between with you right now. I'm like, okay. It's very relaxing even though you're talking. I'm like, okay, I feel it.
I've gotten very thoughtful about things.
Yeah, I can tell.
Well, that's good. But I still have a lot of fun.
No, of course you do. You still have a lot of fun.
I mean, look.
I mean, hello, it's you after all. And you had fun this season.
And I'm a freaking deadhead, too. So, and people were so surprised to hear that, but I am. And, you know.
Okay. Wait, this is so random.
Yeah.
I love how you just brought that up. You're like, I'm fun. I'm a deadhead. Cool.
Yeah.
Did you go to the Sphere?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Wait, we need like you and John Mayer.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, right?
Wouldn't that be great? He's such a great guitar player.
Yeah, I know. But like, he's also single.
Wow.
Something. Because I was going to ask. You're like all zen and all this stuff. But like, how's the dating life? How is all that going?
Well, you know, not everything is great in my life. You know, I don't know. The dating life comes and goes. Sometimes I feel like it and sometimes I don't.
Okay.
You know, like I'm not really like tortured by the idea of living alone. It's not my favorite thing, but I'm not desperate to find like a partner.
Okay.
But I did go on a date last week in New York. He was cute, nice, charming. So that was nice.
Will there be a second date?
Yes, he asked me out on a second date.
Okay.
So that was nice.
But he lives in New York.
He lives in New York, but I can bounce back and forth.
Honestly, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
That sounds
I have
nice.
a great apartment in New York. So
Okay.
I like going there and I feel very confident when I'm in New York and have a lot of friends. So
Okay.
it's nice to have both worlds.
Yeah.
So, and I'm an empty nester, so I can do that.
Totally.
There's freedom in there. So I like that. I'd like to have a boyfriend. But a boyfriend in New York sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I can go back home.
Yeah.
And be by myself.
Yeah. That sounds like the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm liking this for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking this for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Because of course this season we are hearing about your ex and wanting an annulment and
Right.
the bomb that was his now girlfriend was a former friend.
Right. You know, this I found out 2 years ago that they were dating. And they'd kind of been dating behind my back. My children knew. And my middle son told me in March 2 years ago. And it just really hurt a lot. And she was in a group of 4 of us. So, you know, she's not in that group anymore. We kind of dropped her. But, you know, they are still dating. And, you know, I had been divorced for, 7 years, I think, when they started dating. But, you know, I have known her since, I think James was in kindergarten or first grade or something when I met her. And we've been like family friends. Our boys are like best friends. And so it was pretty hurtful. But I had to get over it. You know, this is not my life.
Right.
But I didn't like the way it was handled. But okay. Date. And they have both gotten an annulment. And if they choose to get married, okay. I will support that. I don't need to be your friend. But I'm going to support whatever choice you have made. You know.
You're really taking this calm energy into every aspect of your life.
Well, what choice do
you
we
have to.
have?
You
know?
have to.
I can't sit and be angry about something.
No, you got to move on.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make that hurt any less.
No.
You know?
I mean, it was really hurtful.
Of course.
And so, you know, but I've had a lot of things like that in my life that have hurt.
Yeah.
So it was time to let all of that go. And you can't hold on to things like that. It's just going to make you a miserable person. But as long as my children are okay, then I'm okay.
Great.
Yeah.
And they seem great.
Yeah, they're good. I mean, I think it's awkward.
Yeah. Of course. That's awkward.
It's a little awkward.
That's a little
but
awkward.
You know,
That's a little awkward.
They're kids, you know?
Yeah. But, okay.
But they're good.
Okay. Well, I'm manifesting. Wait, no, last time I talked to you, you were like, stop manifesting.
If you manifest.
I know. But I'm not an Amanda manifester. I'm just more of a, let's put good energy out there, you know?
Okay.
So we're putting good energy that you're going to find someone that...
I mean, I wouldn't mind finding some very wonderful person.
Yes.
That just like blows my socks off.
Well, you deserve it. And it's going to happen.
Okay.
And next time we talk, you're going to be like, so Lauren, I have an update for you.
Oh my gosh, Lauren. Why you got now you're...
We're putting it out there.
Yeah.
We're
let's
putting
put it out there. Okay.
Why not? Speaking of Amanda, though.
Okay. Oh, gosh.
So, how are we feeling about her? Because I was kind of surprised when you were like, all right, we're going to Italy and I'm going to room with Amanda. I was like, why on earth is Sutton doing this? But
yeah.
Why
did I? I don't know. Well, okay, here's the thing. So somebody had to room with somebody.
Right.
And so I was like, I'll do it. I was leaving a night earlier. So I just figured, I'm going to not be there all of the nights. So I'll take this one. And I just felt like we can't have Amanda on this trip be so isolated. It just didn't feel right to me. Mm-hmm. It's not because I liked her, I wasn't like gaga crazy over her, but I didn't want to see her like be like cast out. That just didn't feel right to me in my bones. It didn't mean I wanted to be her best friend, but I didn't want to just watch it. I've been in this group sometimes where I have felt very alone, and it sucks. So, why not?
Why not?
We're not in our rooms that much.
Also, I was going to say that. You're barely in your rooms.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the nice thing to do. At the end of the day, she is the new person in the group. That's the nice thing.
There was nothing insidious about it. There was no plan of attack or,
right.
I didn't have like a
little master plan.
Yeah, I wasn't rolling stuff out like with X's and arrows, and there was nothing like that.
Right.
I have other things to do besides strategize a trip in Florence by rooming with Amanda. No.
Yeah.
I was packing my youngest bird up to go to college.
Yeah.
Like in
you
4 days. No.
No, you had no time for that. Did the ladies think that you were up to something, or just, okay, Sutton's being Sutton?
No, I think they thought I was up to something.
Yeah.
And it's rather insulting to my integrity. I mean,
you're like, I can be nice, people.
I'm
the calm Sutton this year.
I can be nice, and without wanting anything in exchange.
Right.
I didn't want anything in exchange, and just everybody calm down.
Yeah.
I roomed with my roommate in college. Was a terrible match for me. It lasted 2 weeks. She didn't like me. I didn't like her. But we did 2 weeks together, so that's a pretty good run.
Yeah, I'd say so.
If I can do 2 weeks, I can do 3 nights.
You can do a couple of nights in a beautiful villa, might I add. The most beautiful place.
I just need a rolling rack for my clothes.
Yeah. And were you also open to, like, maybe this is some time for me to understand Amanda a little bit more?
Well, I did kind of think maybe I'll learn something about her. Okay. Maybe in the room during downtime, she's not talking about her business.
And
her downtime is when she talks about her business. I don't know if this is proper to say, but I did hear her talk to her family.
Okay.
And that was quite nice. Not like I was eavesdropping.
No. But like you saw that
speaker,
side of her.
So
Yeah.
I saw that side of her.
That's great.
And it was really lovely.
There's more to her than just what,
Right.
No, that's proper to say. That's a nice thing to say. Because I feel like a lot of the women and viewers are they're like not understanding her.
Yeah.
What do you think
I feel their pain. So those moments were, and I would even say hi to her husband.
Yeah.
And he's so nice.
He seems great.
So there were little moments like that I got to be kind of privy to that were good.
Okay.
Yeah. See, the thing is, she's annoying. We all know that. But she's not bad. She's not a bad person. And I keep repeating this because I think it's important to know. It's not, I'm not on a side here. I'm just saying, I'm just spewing facts. The girl's annoying. She talks about her business too much, but she doesn't have a bad bone in her body.
Do you think she should come back next season?
I do not know. I am not an executive
No,
for
no,
Bravo.
do you think, like, as you as a cast member, do you think she should give another season?
Oh, golly.
Give it a go.
You know, if she can retire her business, I think then it would be interesting.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. The big thing is also her, Dorit, and we're seeing a different side with you and Dorit,
Yes.
but it does seem like that might come to a head soon.
Dorit and I can't help each other.
You just can't
we
help
just can't help it. We can't help it. We're just too easy.
What is it about it? What is it about it?
No.
We're getting this calm Sutton. What is it about
know.
it?
I try to stay calm. I don't know. It is like the 10th mystery of the world. I don't know what it is with us.
Just doesn't.
I wish it weren't so.
Yeah. I was going to ask, like, do you wish it wasn't like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I would imagine, too, I mean, Dorit is having a tough season. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Do you, though, agree with Kyle when she said that she thinks Dorit is acting a little erratic this season? Do you agree with that?
Well, I think I look back when I was getting divorced. I was all over the place and I had a hard time getting out of bed. There was no way I could have been on a television show. Just no way. I was fraught with depression. So I think we all have, if you're going through a divorce, you work it out in different ways. So I can't put too much judgment on Dorit because I think this divorce is taking its toll on her. And I don't want to, I just don't want to like label anything.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
She's doing the best she can. And it's obvious that, I think, as a viewer, she's doing the best she can.
I would say so.
Yeah.
I mean, she could be a little bit more on time, but who cares?
She is so late.
She's so late.
She's so late.
To me, it's kind of comical, but that's me. But
She's
I was
so
like,
late.
we're like, how is it possible for one person to be this late all the time? But
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I gave up caring.
I was about to say, I would care if I was at dinner and I'm like, I want to eat, but where is Dorit?
I want to eat, but where's Dorit? I think you make a song about that.
Yeah.
We'll give it to Erica.
There we go. That can be in her next show.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
The one time it does bother me, I don't say anything, is this
Time in Italy.
this week
Okay.
in Italy. I'm like, we're sort of waiting to go do something special.
Yeah.
And
You're not on time.
yeah.
Okay, how are we feeling about Rachel? She came in and she's like, she came in hot. And like, I think as a viewer, in a great way, because she's being super open about everything and she's being very transparent. But as a castmate of hers, like, how are you feeling about her?
I think Rachel's great. I think she gives a different perspective because she hasn't been around this group of women.
Okay.
There's a lot of Dorit and Rachel.
I was going to say, because I talked with them at BravoCon and they told me that they're only talking to each other. And I just remembered that. Like, so is no one talking to Dorit and Rachel?
Oh, well, I'm talking to Rachel.
Okay. Like, post show.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
maybe it was just BravoCon. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh.
You got the scoop, not me.
I do got the scoop. We do have the reunion coming up.
Oh, yeah, we do.
How are we feeling?
I feel pretty good. I have some things to talk about. I'm sure people have some things to address with me, but I'm not in the hot seat.
Yeah.
I don't think. That's different for me. And I told somebody I was going to be like Jennifer Tilly and bring my candy. Maybe I'll eat candy.
That sounds great.
It sounds different.
Yeah.
I might get bored.
I was going to say, it might be a boring reunion for you. I don't know.
I mean, I like to be in the action. So.
Yeah.
But no, it's nice. It's a nice respite. Okay.
And you and Jennifer are better because I know
Yes.
we had the little tiff, but
Yeah.
it was quick.
It was quick. Yes, it was quick. You know, we've been friends a very long time.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens. It had never happened to us before. It was odd. But no, we're fine now.
And you still haven't heard from Garcelle?
No, sadly, I have not. And, you know, it's a broken friendship that really I'm very sorry about. And, you know, I think about it a lot still and would like to fix it. But, you know, you have to kind of move on. I'm sorry for the mistakes that I made.
Maybe in the future.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. Maybe we can manifest that.
Manifest?
Okay, yeah. Well, let's get the man first.
Okay.
Let's,
Man
I think
first.
we're going to put that one first.
Put yourself first.
Let's do that.
Put a
that
man.
Sounds, and it sounds way more fun.
A fellow deadhead?
Well, no, he has to tolerate.
Okay.
Like, and you know, and also I really like Southern rock. Like I love the Allman Brothers.
Okay.
You know,
maybe a nice Southern man, or are we like over that?
Well, you know, I love all Southerners some, but no.
Okay.
My date was an English. It was an English boy.
Ooh.
To quote Taylor Swift, I love a London boy.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. Before I let you go, though, I do want your reaction to your former castmate, Lisa Rinna. Wrote some pretty interesting things about you in her book.
Yeah.
What was your reaction to that?
I didn't have a reaction.
Okay.
Like, who cares?
Yeah.
I don't care.
All right. That's your reaction. Who cares?
I don't care. No.
Then we're moving on. Nothing can bother our Zen Sutton.
I mean, you know, why? It's not going to bother me.
I don't want to leave our interview on that note, though, because, no. Give me one word to describe the rest of the season.
Oh, gosh. I would say fast and furious.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Things are going to get crazy.
I just said I think we hit fifth gear.
Okay.
It's like a Ferrari. An Italian Ferrari comes in. We started like in a VW van. You know, we're just putzing down the highway. And now we come out roaring like an Italian Ferrari. Like,
I love it.
Skid marks behind.
And bring that energy to the reunion with some candy.
Red Hots. Coming in with Red Hots candy.
Red Hots. I love it.